How a password manager can help secure your passwords. Let's say you have 30 different online accounts, from your bank account to your investment account to your text filing platform to your favorite online fashion store to your local lacrosse club. Add to those another, say, 20 passwords of accounts you manage for your kids and elderly relatives. Let's face it, you cannot write these myriad passwords down in a notebook or on sticky notes, can you? That means you should have 50 complex and unique passwords to manage. What are you supposed to do? Watch this video to find out why a password manager may be just a solution. Welcome back, folks, to another edition of Sweetie Kiwi. How you doing today? I am doing fantastic, and I hope you are doing as great as possible. And if you're doing as great as I am, go grab a cup of coffee or tea or vodka, and let's roll. Today I want to talk to you about how a password manager can help secure your passwords. What is a password manager? It is essentially a program that houses all your passwords as well as other information in one convenient location with one master password. Now, there are many benefits. Now, you have the benefits of using a password manager, or that it will do the work of creating the complicated passwords you need to help protect your online accounts. You know, sometimes when you have those, you're trying to register to a platform and you choose a password and they keep telling you, no, you have to have a combo of symbols and special characters and upper cases and lower cases, and you have to try over and over and over before they accept your password. The password manager will do it for you. The password manager will also help you remember only one password. So you need to remember only the password manager's password. That single password will give you access to all of your other passwords. Many password managers offer the extra layer of protection of two-factor authentication. As a result, every time you attempt to log into your password manager, a unique one-time verification code is sent to your mobile phone, right? So to complete the login process, you must enter the verification code in addition to your username and passwords. That's what the two-factor authentication is. A lot of big companies nowadays, including Facebook and Google, have introduced that two-factor authentication. And this is just a way for you not to fend off any attempt of hacking or any kind of identity theft on the internet. All right. Now, when does a password manager becomes handy? It is very handy when you get to you want to have syncing across all devices. You want to do secure sharing. You can also get premium support and more. Now, this is kind of cool for families also, because a password manager will protect your family. You can protect your family from hackers with strong and unique passwords for every website and application. This is wonderful, especially if you have teenagers and infants, and you want to share, and they're using phones, smartphones, and you want to share images and family vacation pics, for example, family vacation videos, and you want to share everything in the family sort of clouds. You want to be able to protect your family against unauthorized access. You can also use a password manager to foster secure sharing. Now, sharing important information with your family is getting easier and easier. But in the age of IoT, Internet of Things, you have more vulnerabilities happening. So with the password manager, you're able to lock your family and fend off any outside unauthorized access, right? So you can have through a password manager, and a password managers is something that is sold by various platforms. We're not naming names here in this show, but a lot of platforms share that. A lot of good providers share that, and most of them, at least we have reviewed 10 or 11, and most of them have some special features. For example, share logins, identities, and SIF notes with the click of a button. So the password managers allow you to centralize and control access and sharing of your data. Access to and sharing of your data. All right, I'll be right back right after this. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to another edition of Sweetie Kiwi. We are still having a conversation here about how a password manager can help secure your passwords. If you love this sort of electronic safety focused topic, please consider subscribing to our channel and turn on the notification bell so you can be informed whenever we drop a new show. Subscribe, like, share, and comment. Now, are password managers secure? That's been a great debate in the industry in the last 5 years. Now, since some password managers are heavily encrypted, it can be a smarter alternative to store your password in a password manager than it is to store them in a file on your computer. Think about it, right? Because in the event of a malware attack, for example, the documents on your computer could be encrypted or stolen. So despite attacks in the media on password managers in recent years, the security benefits of storing your password in an encrypted environment can outweigh some of the risks of keeping passwords on your computer or written on in a notebook. Now, why you need a password manager? There are two main reasons. It is easy to remember passwords, one password, than remembering 10 or 20 passwords. Now, easy to remember passwords are also easy to guess. Remember, hackers and all cyber thieves, they use special software, sophisticated software to send iterations. They can send 1 million iterations to see what kind of password you can choose. Now, additionally, reusing the same password makes you vulnerable on multiple sites if that password is ever compromised. So if creating a strong and unique password for each account is the only way to avoid this. But once you do this, again, as I said earlier in my intro, if you have 50 accounts or 20 accounts, how do you keep track of all those passwords? It's almost impossible because you need to have 20 unique different passwords for each platform. And again, like I said, if you are also in charge of your children or elderly relatives' accounts, that's a lot of passwords to remember. And the funny thing is, not the funny thing, the hard thing is you cannot write those passwords on a piece of paper. That will be even more dangerous. So you need a password manager because it organizes and encrypts your passwords. It increases the convenience and security of your online experience, right? So instead of remembering hundreds of passwords, you only need to memorize your own master password. And even better, if your account were to be hacked, through two-factor authentication, you're able to log in safely. The hacker cannot log into your account because, as I said earlier, a two-factor authentication, that means that your password manager, to log into your password manager, you're going to have to receive a unique one-time verification code on your mobile phone, and you have to use that one-time verification code in your mobile. You have to enter that code in your password manager page to be able to log in. So that's just fantastic. That's just the extra layer of protection. All right, I'll be right back right after this. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, folks, to another edition of Sweetie Kiwi. We're also having a conversation here about how a password manager can help secure your passwords. How do password managers generate strong passwords? Now, not only do password managers help securely house your password, but they can also generate passwords that are unique and complex, right? In other words, the password manager will generate passwords that are difficult to crack or guess. Now, to do this, password managers use encryption algorithms. Now, these algorithms are very complicated to understand. What's most important to know that you should use a different generated password for each login to keep your information out of the hands of hackers. Every algorithm generated passwords include a combo of upper and lowercase letters, symbols, and numbers, and those are unpredictable. So when you generate a new password through a password manager, you'll have the option to make it as lengthy and diverse as you like. Remember, you don't have to remember it, right? Because there's no need to remember that password. So you have the option to make it as lengthy and diverse as you like. you must select the criteria that are required for your password, right? As I was saying earlier, typically every platform will tell you we want a combo of uppercase, lowercase, special characters, right? So this, you just have to put those into the password managers and they will generate the passwords for you. And those passwords that are generated are extremely diverse sets of numbers and symbols, right? So a password generator can help create passwords that are unique, complex, difficult to guess, which in all makes your logins as secure as possible. All right. Now, the thing here is that password managers generate strong passwords because of the algorithm, and the algorithm provides in the end a strong password that is very, very complicated for a cyber thief to guess. Now, if you're considering a password manager to help protect your personal information, you want to go on the internet. There are free password managers out there and there are paid ones, and it's up to you based on your needs to consider which one you want to pay for, or you just want to download for free. We would recommend that you pay for one if you are serious about protecting your data. We just believe that there is no free lunch. If somebody is developing a password manager and is investing resources in that, you want to get the paid version. You get premium customer support. You have the premium features as opposed to going to the free ones. Now, how do you choose a password manager software provider? That's what I just said. You have a lot of free and paid versions out there. There are a few things you want to pay attention to. Look at the experience of the software provider, right? You want to know whether or not the password manager software provider is available on more platforms and browsers. Are they on Windows, Mac, iOS, Android, Linux, and Chrome OS? Are they reliable? Reliability is an important thing because in a rapidly expanding and diverse web, you want to make sure you have a password manager software provider that is reliable and has the most reliable automated saving and login technology for your passwords. Do they have support options, customer service? Do they have some kind of power features? Are they secure, right? What kind of encryption do they use? Do they use AES 256-bit encryption? Do they use military grade encryption? Is the interface simple? Because the last thing you want is to choose a password manager software provider whose interface is not user-friendly. It's very complicated, right? You want to have something that's very simple. Okay, folks, this is the end of today's conversation. I really appreciate your attention. Just going to quickly recap what we talked about, how a password manager can help secure your passwords. I spoke to you about what a password manager is, when a password manager becomes handy, are password managers secure, why you need a password manager, how do password managers generate strong passwords, and how to choose a password manager software provider. I will see you next time, but until then, stay secure.